In our video for this week, we will go over some of the well-known transgender twins that either transitioned together or supported each other during the process.
The Wachowskis.
Lana and Lily Wachowski are American film directors, screenwriters, and producers. They are siblings, and are both trans women. Lana was born Lawrence Wachowski in Chicago in 1965, Lily was born Andrew Paul Wachowski 2.5 years later, in 1967. Their mother Lynn was a nurse and painter. Their father Ron Wachowski was a businessman of Polish descent. Their uncle is the actor and Primetime Emmy Award-winning producer Lawrence Luckinbill. They have two additional sisters, Julie and Laura. Collectively known as the Wachowskis and formerly as the Wachowski brothers, Lana and Lily made their directing debut in 1996 with Bound, and reached fame with their second film The Matrix, 1999, a major box office success for which they won the Saturn Award for Best Director. They wrote and directed its two sequels, The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions, both in 2003, and were deeply involved in the writing and production of other works in the franchise. Following the commercial success of the Matrix series, they wrote and produced the 2006 film V for Vendetta, an adaptation of the comic of the same name by Alan Moore, and in 2008 released the film Speed Racer, which was a live-action adaptation of the Japanese anime series of the same name. Their next film, Cloud Atlas, based on the novel of the same name by David Mitchell and co-written and co-directed by Tom Tykwer, was released in 2012.
Lori and George Schappell.
Lori and George Schappell, born as Lori and Dory Schappell, September 18, 1961, in Sinking Spring, Pennsylvania, are conjoined twins. George has performed as a country singer. In 2007, George, who was at that time known as Reva Schappell, stated that although born female, he identifies as male and changed his name to George. George has designed support equipment for people with physical handicaps, including a specialized wheelchair and a mobility aid for dogs. As country singer Reba, George has performed widely in the United States and visited Germany and Japan, and in 1997, won an LA Music Award for Best New Country Artist. He sang Fear of Being Alone over the credits of Stuck on You, a comedy film about a pair of fictitious conjoined twins. Lori acts as George's facilitator. She works in the laundry, arranging her workload around his singing commitments. She says that, as a fan of his, she pays to attend concerts, just like all the other fans, simply making herself quiet and invisible while he is performing. As conjoined twins, Lori and George have appeared in a number of television documentaries and talk shows. They have also acted in an episode of the television series Nip Tuck, in which they played conjoined twins Rose and Raven Rosenberg. Lori and George have appeared in many programs or articles including The Howard Stern Radio Show, the Learning Channel documentary Separate Lives, in a 2005 TV documentary called Medical Incredible, and again in a 2007 TV documentary called Inside Extraordinary Humans, Science of Conjoined Twins.
Jamie and Chloe.
Cork natives Jamie, 23, and her sister Chloe, 20, formerly called Danielle, spent their childhood years dressing up as female celebrities and playing with dolls. But as they went through school, they hid their gender struggles from everyone, including each other, out of fear of how they would be perceived. Eventually, last summer, the siblings opened up to each other about their battles while celebrating Chloe's graduation at their home in Cork, Ireland. Jamie and Chloe said they were never stereotypical boys, choosing dressing up over football and dolls over Action Man. But while they were allowed to be free at home together, dressing up as female celebrities like Britney Spears and wearing their t-shirts as skirts, they kept their secrets when they were at school. Chloe and Jamie are now supporting each other in their journey to become fully transitioned women and even plan to have gender reassignment surgery in future. However, the sisters admit that during their transition the emotional and physical process has been very different for both of them.
Nicole and Jonas Maines.
Jonas and Nicole Maines are funny, charming and also strikingly attractive. They were identical twins except he's a boy and she's a girl. Jonas and Nicole Maines, who are both 18, were born twin boys named Jonas and Wyatt. But at an early age, Wyatt, who is always identified as a girl, began talking about his desire to transition, and eventually took hormones and underwent sexual reassignment surgery to physically become female. Wyatt always felt like a girl, something his parents started recognizing when he was 2. He'd say that he hated his penis and asked when it would fall off. He also wanted to wear princess dresses and grow out his hair. He called himself a girl boy. Whenever we were playing dress up, she always wanted to be the girl, Jonas said. She always played with the dolls. A loving brother, Jonas didn't question Wyatt's preferences. And he wasn't just playing along, either. Jonas said it was national for him to treat Nicole like a girl. In 4th grade, Wyatt started using the name Nicole, and classmates often called her Nikki. Then, in 5th grade, the Manuses legally changed her name, and Nicole started going to school in dresses. In July, before leaving for college, Nicole underwent gender reassignment surgery. Jonas has been by her side throughout, and the two still share the bond of identical twins, with, Nicole said, one added bonus, I can see I would have looked awesome as a man, too. That was it for this week's video. Do you know any other transgender twins we didn't mention? Until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe for weekly amazing videos.